Catherine Millsom!
Hello!
Catherine or Cat?
Don't mind. The professional name is Catherine.
Anything with a C?
Anything with a C. Yeah, not like in Starbucks, it's always spelled with a K.
Do they?
Yeah. Like, cat's one of the first words you learn to spell as a child, but
yeah.
Apparently not if you work in Starbucks. We're at Theatre Delhi, Studio 4. We're rehearsing From Afar, which is David Coverdale's new one-woman play. So we open next Wednesday. We're doing the 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th of March at Travelling Through, which is a bookshop on Lower Marsh. And it's about 6:30pm-ish, only about 45 minutes. And you get to meet Agnes, who is me. Well, not me, but I am playing Agnes. Agnes is kind of based on a couple of real life people. And it's about, Agnes has basically spent her life writing letters, and she works at the Royal Mail, and she loves letters, and she loves the fact that, people think about other people and they take their time to, think about them and write beautiful, letters and beautiful writing. And she's just really enthralled. Ever since she was a little girl, she's always been enthralled by sort of letters, and she loves the fact that you can write someone a card, put it in a post box, and then a few days later it's exactly where you want it to be. It's amazing. So she's always wanted to work with letters and things, and she works for the Royal Mail now, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers.
Sounds interesting though, doesn't it?
It is. It's very interesting. When I first read it, I loved Agnes. I thought she was very lonely, very misunderstood, and she's having a bit of a bad day, if I'm honest. But I won't tell you why, because you'll have to come and watch it to find out. But she's having a bit of a bad day. But it's not her fault, and she doesn't do anything maliciously. She's just a bit lonely, misunderstood, like me.
So is this the first one-woman show you've tackled? And how's that? What drew you to it?
Well, I met David when we were both doing Santa Frenia, which was a Christmas show at Leicester Square Theatre in about 2013, I think. And we just became friends, and we've sort of stayed in touch ever since. And he messaged me one day and said, so if I was, to check your availability, how would you like to lead my new play? So I was like, lead? Oh my God, that's so exciting. Imagining myself, as Mother Courage, kind of taking the final bow. And I said, well, played it cool, absolutely. Send me more information about it, So he said, I've got a script. So I read the script, wandering around my kitchen, reading it out loud, so stagey. And I just loved it. I just thought it was beautifully written. She was a very sort of real character. And I felt I wanted everybody else to kind of to like her as well, and to realise that she's actually very misunderstood. But when I realised it was a one-woman play, it's very far out of my comfort zone. I mean, it shouldn't be. I did an acting degree rather than musical theatre, so it shouldn't be. But I was a bit like, I can do this.
Yeah, I speak to a lot of people in these interviews, and some people come straight out of college and straight into a West End job, and some people don't. For some people it takes a little longer, and I think you're a perfect example of waiting out.
Bloody mindedness.
Yeah, and determination, and I kind of really want to touch on that and talk about that.
So I did the acting degree at Italia Conti, 3-year acting degree. I graduated in 2002. After taking a year out as well. It was I'd always danced when I was younger, and I'd always had singing lessons when I was younger, so I kind of, at the time, I wanted to do a degree out of my singing, dancing and acting. Like, my acting was I thought at the time was the weakest, so I pursued an acting degree. Graduated in 2002. Went straight to the Edinburgh Festival to do Shakespeare for Breakfast, which was so much fun. So did a lot of fringe, did some cabaret. I was in the Sundays for a couple of years. I did one national tour of Stepping Out in 2010. But then my first actual West End job was Kinky Boots in 2015. So 13 years after I graduated.
And what was it within you that made you held out, like gave you that courage to not give up?
It's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. you know, it's the typical kind of, when I was a little girl, my friend and I would be in the playground and we'd make up dances and song and dance routines. And as I said, I danced from a really early age. I had singing lessons as well at school with the vicar's wife. And it's just the only thing I've ever wanted to do. It's the only thing that kind of makes me happy. And I'm very stubborn, basically. So, yeah.
So when the call came through that you got Kinky Boots, how did you feel?
I screamed. I deafened my agent. I was getting ready, and I actually had rollers in my fringe. It was a very attractive picture, and I'm sort of drying my hair, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm getting ready." Where are you going? I'm thinking, why have why have you called me for a chat? What's going on? And he went, "You got it." I went, "I got what?" He went, "Kinky Boots. You got it." And I literally went, I screamed so loud and burst into tears. One of my housemates ran downstairs because I was being murdered. And I was shaking, and then I was sort of sworn to secrecy, because obviously you're not allowed to tell anyone until there's the official announcements, and so I was sworn to secrecy for I think it was about 7 weeks or something, which was one of the hardest things. But it was insane. I was thrilled. I wanted to do it because I know I'm friends with Tori Ross, who was the original Pat, and on Broadway, so I was desperate to do it. And in fact, when my agent said, they phoned up and said, "Would you swing?" and I've said yes, I was like, hang on a minute, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, so let's talk about swings, because I think recently, more people are becoming aware of understudies and swings and the importance of that.
I think people need to appreciate and value swings and understudies, because if there were no swings and understudies, somebody goes off, the show gets cancelled, end of story. It can be a really tough job. It can be. There was one where I was on for Pat in town, and I went to walk off after the boxing, and I thought, oh, where's Chloe? She's usually, oh shit, that's me. Turned around and was like, and then sort of in the cover runs as well, when you're doing cover runs and there's not enough people. There was one point in one of our cover runs that Darren Carnell went, "You've officially graduated as a swing," because I was standing there as Pat, and I suddenly went, "We haven't got a march, someone's going to throw the handbag." So I ran, grabbed the handbag, hung it up and ran back again, just in time to do my next bit. And Darren went, "I'm so proud." Of everybody in that building, obviously the dance captain, assistant dance captain, the swings know that show inside out, absolutely. And people don't appreciate it, and someone has said to me before something like, "Only a swing," and it's like, don't you?
Well, that's the thing, and the people who come away, or they'll turn up to a show and then be disappointed that an understudy's on, and it's like...
Well, Callum Francis is a prime example. Callum Francis, first cover Lola, first year of Kinky in town. It was announced they were doing it in Australia. He went, "I'm going to do that." So he got his agent on the case. The producers came over, watched him. He went out to Australia, played Lola in Australia, won an awards out there, came back here to open up the tour, and is now on Broadway playing Lola. And he was an understudy. He was first cover. So...
And now he's one of people's favourites.
Yeah.
Anybody that I know who've seen him, including myself, think, he's one of the better ones.
Yeah, he's incredible.
So talking about the tour, you came back.
I did.
What was that like, stepping back into the shoes?
It was brilliant. It was a really good fun month. I was on the ship doing Mamma Mia, and my agent messaged me and said, "Would you, what you're doing in September, October, do you fancy doing the tour?" I was like, as what? He went, "Don't know yet." I went, "But yes, absolutely yes, regardless of what." I didn't know whether I'd be swing, I didn't know what I'd be. Got back to me and went, "Oh, I've confirmed you, they've booked you." And I was like, but what am I doing? He went, "Oh yeah, you're playing Pat." That was my favourite. I love that role, as I was first cover in town. It was one of my favourites, so I played Pat for a month. And I had a ginger wig, which I was very pleased with.
Incredible. Between Kinky Boots in town and Kinky Boots on tour,
I did the producers at the Gordon Craig Theatre, and then I did Mamma Mia on the ship. It was a bit crazy. I disappeared and played Rosie for a year in Mamma Mia, which was really good fun. It's a brilliant show, it's brilliant fun, and Rosie's so much fun to play. And on the theatres and stuff on ships now, especially on the Royal Carribean, which is what I was on, the theatre's insane. It's like a 2,000-seater. It's insane.
Do you think it benefited that you were older when you went on a ship? Because I know a lot of this talk recently about graduates who go on a ship and they're quite bewildered and...
Yeah, I
They find it
think
quite a struggle. How did you fare?
as I was a featured singer, I actually had my own cabin with a big double bed. I had a porthole, so I could see outside, I could see daylight, and I didn't have any other duties and things like that. Whereas if you're a dancer, kind of one of the ensemble, you tend to have to share a cabin. You have to share bunk beds, and you're under the sea, so you don't have daylight and stuff. So I think, in that respect, I had it really nicely because I was a principal, which was fabulous. They do work the dancers very hardly, and they have to do all sorts of other duties as well.
So what's the future hold? Would you like to do more plays? Has it put you off?
I would. No, I would like to do more plays. I was petrified. When I agreed to do this, I kind of had moments of sort of pacing up and down going, what have I done? Why have I done this? I always say to people, no, I did an acting degree, I'm an actress, and I've now got to kind of prove it, really. Yeah, no, I would like to do more plays, but I also love musicals, so...
Are there any dream roles?
Oh, I want to play Mrs. Lovett. I'd kill to play Mrs. Lovett.
Nice.
Yeah. When I was younger, it was always like your Nancy, but still quite like a Nancy. But yeah, Mrs. Lovett or the witch in Into the Woods.
I'm going to test your local knowledge. You should be great at this because you're a swing. You've got like a mind like a... Asserting actual scientific reason.
Heels tense the... Oh! Asserting actual scientific reason. Heels tense the legs and the hindquarter region.
Yes!
Lifting the rear and making it appear apparent and ready for mating season.
Yay!
I did that in October. I can't believe it's gone already.
From Chiquita. Tell me the truth.
Chiquitita, tell me the truth.
What are you?
Chiquitita, tell me the truth. Why? Oh, no.
I'll give you a clue.
Shoulder. What? Crying.
I'm a shoulder you can
Oh!
cry.
I'm a
Shame
shoulder
on
you can cry on.
How long were you in this show for?
About 11 months.
11 months?
Chiquitita, tell me the
How many
truth.
shows did you do? What a
There's
week?
only 3 a week.
It was your song, wasn't it?
Yeah, me and Tanya. Oh, it's because you sang the tune and I was singing the harmony at that point. It's my excuse, I'm sticking to it.
If you've got no place to go.
I want to say something about Cheers or Sesame Street. If you've got no place to go. I don't even know what that song that is.
Take a chance on me.
If you got no place to go when you're feeling down.
Yeah! What was that?
Oh, I
that
don't.
Rosie?
Bills.
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 Yeah, Bill.
Rosie had a cameo.
Yeah, she just sings the harmonies on that one as well.
I'm really not very good at this.
God, you'd be handing back that swing badge.
I know, right?
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Where they play the right music.
Where they're playing the right music, getting in the swing.
Yeah.
You come to look for a king. Love it.
Amazing.
I've redeemed myself.
Yeah. You got 1 out of...
I got 2.5.
It's hard though, yeah. To remember.
Yeah, you should have sung them to me, then I'd have known the tune.
Right, yeah. Charlotte Wakefield didn't need me to sing them.
Wow! Shady.
Right, so tell us again, where can they come and see you?
Next week, from the 6th to the 9th of March, travelling through Bookshop on Lower March. From Afar is part of the Vault Festival 2019. Tickets £10. Come and see us. Come meet Agnes.
Coming up next time on That Stagey Blog Meets.
That's such a good show. I really enjoyed that, yeah. I was the weird. I was the weird bat boy, and then Cam Sharp
Did you
took
actually
over.
make that noise?
Yeah, it's on the fin folds
On the sound
apparently.
effect.
Like that. I don't even think it's a bat. It's a pterodactyl.